Hello, my fellow Americans. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Wednesday, October 3rd, year 2012. The debates are coming on tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get a chance to watch them or not. In fact, I know I won't because I have something I have to do. But Mitt Romney, it'd be so easy for him to win this election if he would just focus on one thing. Obama had stated that if he couldn't fix the economy in 4 years, that he wasn't going to run again. He should run that video of Obama saying that over and over and over again and just hammer on it. And then he could basically dismiss Obama. Anytime Obama would come to him, he goes, look, you said you weren't going to run. I'm not interested in what you have to say. Just wave them away. Just kind of like what Reagan did. Just those little sentences. Just dismiss him like a kid. That's all it would take. And get the people focused. Yeah, Obama did say that. Yeah, he said he wasn't going to run again. Say, look, you can't trust this man. He'll say anything. Anything to get elected. It would be that simple. He could point out all the instances where Obama has lied. And one viewer wrote in and I answered him back. He said, give me specific examples where Obama has used the Constitution as toilet paper. And I listed a few things. The DREAM Act, for one. You know, telling INS to turn their heads and not enforce the U.S. laws regarding immigration. Basically letting people invade the country. That's not in the Constitution. Circumventing the Constitution using executive orders. Circumventing Congress by appointing czars, as opposed to going through the normal process to appoint people to heads of departments, where they have to get congressional approval. I mean, the list just goes on and on. But the point is, Mitt Romney, all he has to do is focus on the one issue that Obama said if he couldn't fix the economy, that he wouldn't run again. I would just put that in his face repeatedly. And then the American people would see, yeah, he did say that. And then watch Obama try to backpedal out of it. He can't. There's no way. I read something that was kind of interesting, too, about Obama. It was written by Robert Ringer. He said that his plan worked. See, as Ringer stated, anything works, just depends on what result you want to gauge. Work, not work. What results do you want to use? And Obama basically wanted to turn the U.S. to a third world nation. Well, he's definitely been successful at that. I mean, gas prices have, what, doubled under Obama's watch? Or during Obama's watch? Unemployment? People not working? Just goes on and on. Unconstitutional. Obamacare. Even though the Supreme Court said it's okay if it's a tax, but didn't Obama say it wasn't a tax? Once again, Romney just needs to focus on these things. Now, I also addressed the issue that's, I think Demcat brought it up that, voting for the lesser of two evils is still evil. That's true. I agree with that. You're still voting for evil. But I guess it's one of those things, you want to pick your poison. Do you want a quick death or you want a slow death? I mean, maybe that's a way of looking at it. Because under Romney's watch, I don't think, and I could be wrong, that he would go after the freedoms and liberties of Americans the way Obama has. We've lost so much. The problem is, it's like boiling a frog. Put them in the water and you just turn it up slowly where it might increase by just a couple of degrees every hour. The frog doesn't notice it until it's too late. And then he's frog soup or stew. That's what he's done. I mean, just walking around, you probably don't notice that your freedoms have been stripped from you, taken away. But it's almost like taxes. You know, $1.06 becomes $1.07, becomes $1.08, becomes $1.09, becomes $1.10. When it becomes $1.12, you know, that 6 cents tax is now a 12-cent tax. That's real money. 12%. If you think about it, that means if you bought something that cost $1,000, 12% tax, you got to come up with another $120 to pay for the privilege of buying something. If you think about it, that doing business in some states, conducting transactions, engaging in commerce is a privilege because you have to pay a tax. Think about it. Ponder that. Don't just dismiss it. Something Romney can focus on. But the answer still is in our laps, my fellow Americans. As I mentioned before, we hire these people through voting. If they're not doing the job, we need to fire them. I mean, it doesn't matter when you have a business, your own business, it doesn't matter if you hired a man or a woman or what color they are, what religion they are. If they're not doing the job, they're costing you money or losing you money or not making you enough money, you're going to fire them. You got to let them go. If they're a factory worker and they're not, you know, they're holding up the line, they just can't seem to get it right, or they keep messing it up, you're going to have to let them go. Well, guess what? There's no difference between that and our elected officials. But we keep getting bamboozled, brainwashed into thinking we have to vote for a Republican or we have to vote for a Democrat. And if you're you put on those colors and you say, this is my team, I'm on the Democratic team, or you put on these colors, I'm on the Republican team. No, you're not. You need to vote for the person that's going to get the job done, and you need to fire them if they don't. And wake up, America. Smell the tyranny.